Hello, my name is Gabe the Babe.
Otherwise known as Ellie.
Ellie Presco.
I am Nina Arnone.
Yeah, you are. And welcome to Office Hours.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to Office Hours. It's finally
Greetings.
fall. It's cold.
Your cheeks are rosy with the cold, actually. They're getting rosier as we talk.
The webcam is forgiving. It's also peeling. I am getting my dry skin peely bullshit.
From staying inside your home because it's so cold. What?
I left the home a bunch today, actually.
Oh.
I had clients. So
Dogs.
yeah. I mean, we really gonna think that I'm gonna work with clients? No thanks. Too much for me.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's too cold where you are. You're gonna kill yourself. Or your cat.
It's pretty cold. Right now it's 50 with a high wind watch. So it feels like 41 degrees because of the wind chill.
What's the weather inside your home?
That's a really good question. Let me check the app. It's probably pretty warm because everyone has their heat on right now.
Except you.
Except for me. Well, the thing is I don't really need to, in addition to being evolutionarily advanced.
I would never say that about you. That's absolutely never something I would.
It's actually the last
give
thing
you.
that she'd use to describe me. It's 66 in my apartment right now.
Oh, that's all right.
It's
It's
fine.
cold, but it's okay.
It's pretty cold. It's 1 degree warmer than what we'd set the AC to at night during the summer.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice. Your sister stayed with us back in September and said nothing about it until I asked her how she felt about it, and she was like, "Yeah, it's fucking cold. It's actually brutal. I don't know how you live like this, to be completely honest with you."
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, they say 68 is ideal for sleeping.
Yes, but 59 is ideal for maybe I won't wake up.
So not that. So
which
don't do
is
that.
arguably the deepest sleep. Anyway, the Aura Ring
The
is
long
sending
sleep.
me gold stars
For
in my
your
sleep
sleep?
quality. Yeah. They're like, "Oh my god, we thought we lost you, honestly. That was so rested." That's incredible. How are you doing that?
You're like, "I am just passing for a few minutes, coming back."
Yeah, and I am barely scraping by in terms of human passing. But one of the many advantages of living on the top floor of my building is everyone has their heat on, and so their heat just kind of rises and warms
So
our
it's warming
unit.
yours.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And not to the point where it's uncomfortable, like at my last apartment when everyone had their heat on and my radiator didn't turn off. Um it's like a nice, gentle defrosting, which I feel like is perfect for what we need.
Yeah.
Because heat rises, smoke rises. We learned this when you and I lived together. We had a downstairs neighbor who, for years, accused us
Yeah.
of smoking weed. When
Well, we learned nothing, and apparently she also learned nothing.
but I confirmed my bias, which is I'm pretty sure heat rises and so does smoke. And
It's not
after
a bias, that's science, yeah.
right, but it ended up being my confirmation bias with how much I wore that as a badge of identity for I'm not the one smoking weed in the building. We live in borderline a senior facility. It's probably one of them who got a script.
And also, you live below us.
Yes.
It's not us.
Not us. You actually found the 3 girls in their 20s, the only 3 in Boston who do not smoke weed. Because that is we were a minority.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, because the everything about us, I suppose, could indicate that that's all we did. Except for
Yeah.
your sister, she doesn't really give that energy. She's got a different
Yeah.
feature style of Doc Martens that suggests maybe not. Um, it's not the classic Doc Martens, it's the chunkier ones, and that's more of a coin toss on whether or not you smoke weed.
Yeah, that one's more of a, like, I do coke vibe. She doesn't, but that's the
Right. I was
vibe
like,
it gives.
you're outing her. Oh my god.
No,
No,
she doesn't.
no.
No. That's the vibe. It's either marijuana or coke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Doc Martens
Yeah.
allows. Speaking of that, so I don't wear my docs as much down here.
Mhm.
One,
Makes
it's hot and
Yeah.
you don't need them to help you through the snow, and it's not the vibe here,
Yeah.
really. Um, but every once in a while I wear the, like, loafer ones. I haven't worn the high-rise ones since I left Boston. Or no,
Yeah.
since I left Buffalo.
Yeah.
I wear the loafer ones sometimes, and they have a 2-inch platform, and they are the only things I wear
Mm-mm.
with a platform.
Yeah. You
Um,
don't like platforms, really.
I honestly force myself to wear them because they were expensive and I should, but I don't really like them anymore. Um, no, I'm just not a platform person, but I'll wear them to work, and there's only one coworker of mine who every time I wear them, and he'll be like, "You're taller. You grew." He was like, "Every time I see you, you're either here or."
Right.
I was like, he was like, "You look 2 inches taller," and then I pointed to my shoes. I was like, "I am." He was like, "Mm."
Yeah. You
And then I
actually couldn't
didn't
be more right about that.
and then I didn't wear them for like 3 months over the summer. Just wore them the other day, and he noticed it again. I was like, "You're the only person who does," and he was like, "Your style is so different than everyone who works here."
That makes sense.
And I was like, "I didn't really notice it. I don't really think anything about it. I'm not wearing anything, like, shocking to the masses."
True.
But I think I wear big pants. I've always been someone who wears
Yeah.
big pants, though, and not many people do that down here. It's really a tight fit kind of style down here.
Skinny jeans like a thing down there?
No, I mean, I'm talking work clothes, so it
Right.
wouldn't be jeans. I mean, on Fridays, sometimes people wear skinny jeans, but they're also millennials.
Right. So
So every
they're
once in
hanging
a
on to that
while
trend with their clutches.
it's skinny jeans, but it's just tighter fitting. Like, everything is tighter fitting.
That literally sounds like my greatest nightmare.
Everyone wears, like, they'll wear, I mean, sometimes they'll wear, like, a blouse and, like, a work blouse, and none of those are really tight. But, um, yeah. But if they do that, like, it's tight pants. Real tight around the waist,
Wow,
like, specifically.
that's like the one spot I don't want tight.
I would make the argument that most people around here don't either, but they do.
They ought not to. No,
And that's
I
not
no,
that
I
they
know.
ought not to.
I know.
I'm just surprised sometimes because I am not so confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's mean of me.
That's
So,
that's a trait that I envy because I wearing any not even tight clothing, form-fitting clothing is truly my greatest nightmare. I have form-fitting clothing because I'm like, "Oh, I'll need this when I like go out one day maybe again." And then as I'm like looking for something to wear, I am like, I would actually rather die than wear that because I think for me, 9 times out of 10, if I'm going out like for drinks or to eat. And the second a crumb or a drop of alcohol enters my system, instant bloat, like potentially doubling in size.
no.
Well,
I
to
really think it's in your head, but
the extent of like, well, also in like the physical sense, like when I put something on, it's comfortable, and then when I eat, it is no longer comfortable.
I mean,
feels
after you
like a
eat, it's gonna be tighter.
it feels like a boa constrictor. So I'm just like, I'm just not that girl. I can't be. I want
It's not
my
the move for me.
yeah, it's
Also, people either wear a full face of makeup or 0.
yeah, that's fair. It's
There
like
is
in the
no in
UK.
between. It's what?
It's like in the UK.
Mhm.
I tried to not warn, but inform my partner on the makeup wearing preferences of majority cis young women in the UK.
Oh, it's like 2010. It's like
Yes.
here, 2010.
Yes.
They're just 15 years behind us.
Yes. Yes. And I just was like it's definitely like you know, a social movement that I think you're going to notice and you should just be aware that this is normal and you don't need to be scared. and it's fine, but you will notice it. And he noticed it and then was like, you did not adequately prepare me.
That's funny. I said the same thing to Kyle when we went to Ireland. I was like, yeah, they wear makeup how we wore it in 2010.
Right.
He was like, oh, interesting. And then he went and he was like, I see it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's just full cover up.
And listen, I feel like we as Americans are grasping at straws these days for the things that we're doing better. I'll die on that hill. I think when we moved away from doing that, it it was I think it was the way to go.
Moved away
Uh
from doing what?
the
The
makeup.
makeup that way? Oh, that was no good for anyone.
Right, right.
That hurt the culture, actually.
Yeah. The brand was even more in trouble. Um yeah, and so, I love a blast of nostalgia. And I also think like again, I'm poking fun and I jest, but if it makes you confident, then who the fuck cares?
Oh, yeah, do what you
Um
want.
but
You look silly.
but yes, you do look silly and I do appreciate a blast of nostalgia and it certainly is a blast.
But down here they do makeup well. It's not like that, but
Mm.
it's just so much.
Is
Like
it
one
like
day
2016 where it's like professional makeup, brows completely done and filled into the nines just to get in my car and run my errands and go to work?
No, it's always for like if they do well, I'm assuming that they have a reason to do it because it's like some days at work they have it and some days they don't.
Oh, I thought you were
So I'm
saying
assuming
some
they have a
people
reason
do it
other.
every day and others. Oh, I see, I see.
There's one or two people who like dresses up like skin tight dress to
Nice.
work every day
Right on.
in like 6-inch heels. And she just sits at her desk. And I was like, I could never.
It's good.
And she's like fully middle aged.
Good for her. We,
She's great. She's
we
so
need
nice.
something,
And there's other people who do it are millennials.
yeah.
But like I was talking to one woman, she was like, oh, you're in sneakers too today. I was like, you wouldn't catch me dead just coming to the office in heels.
Only in
To
my
sit at
loafers.
to sit at my desk.
I feel like sitting at your desk is the only appropriate time to be in heels because then that's the only time your feet aren't going to feel like they're going to fall off and roll away.
Yeah.
So,
You like if I need to wear heels, it's like 2 hours max.
yeah.
And like that's the heel these days.
The little grandma heel.
You're gonna see me in a kitty heel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Cause what's the point? The world's burning.
True.
And you want me to be in physical pain? I've got that covered.
Yeah, no thanks.
I don't. Yeah.
It's been bleak. I was like
So
thinking of like funny stories to like share with you. And I was like, man, I really got nothing. Things are just bad.
Like, work's good.
Yeah.
I have food on the table. That's good. I was reading a lot for a while. I was, like, burning through books for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I kinda got in a slowdown
Yeah.
period when work got really busy,
Mm,
but now I think I'm picking it back up a little
nice.
bit. But I'm currently reading, David Copperfield by Charles Dickens,
Oh, very nice.
which is a long book
Yeah.
that is just his whole life,
Right.
start to finish. Tells the story of his own birth.
Love it.
Not, like, graphic details, but, like, the fact that it happened.
I imagined not in 19th century, you
You
know?
never know.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Um, it's good, though. It's a good story, though. I
Yeah.
was thinking about, with my book blog, I wanna make, like, social media for it and
Mhm.
start doing that, and I
Yeah.
was thinking of, like, categories for posts and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, there's the general ones of, like, genres and stuff, but then I was thinking
Right.
of fun ones, and I was thinking I'll do 3 different ones that are, um, hard read, easy subject,
Yeah.
hard subject, easy read, and
Whoa, what's
then
that one like?
like, easy read, easy subject, or hard read, hard subject, you know? Easy read, hard subject, first example is Animal Farm.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Not hard to read at all.
Right.
Goes by quickly, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Catcher in the Rye.
Mhm.
Um, but then, um, like David Copperfield, easy subject. It's just his life. I mean, bad things happen to him. That's what makes the story.
For
But,
sure.
like, it's just his life. But it is a hard read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, hard read, hard subject, Crime and Punishment.
Fair. Fair. Yeah. These are all the classics that
Yeah, sorry,
I
that's literally all I read.
yeah, which is fair. I have been doing an opposite approach, which is I'm like I need escapism. I need perspective that things could always be worse. So in October I strictly read horror books. Um and it
That's
was
fun.
great. However, it was a lot of fun and it was nice to metaphorically disappear from things that are occurring right now. Um, and it lent a lot of inspiration for my debut novel that I'm working on that will
That's
hopefully
good.
be by the end of the first month of next year. Um, but it was good. Although I feel like I'm waiting to be like blown away by a book. And a lot of it has to do with like me just like needing to be in the mood for a particular book. I feel like sometimes the book finds me. Um and with these particular ones, with the exception of I'm gonna butcher the name. It's like Hangs a Man or Hongs a Man. It's by Shirley Jackson. Um,
Wow.
that was really good. It was
Wait.
about a 17-year-old girl who right before she's sent to college and she's kind of forced to go to college, like very classic 40s and 50s. Go to college, find a husband. Um, and right before she goes at a like family barbecue with her parents, she gets essayed by like a friend of her parents. Um and it's not ever like investigated, explored, very much like in, relevant of what many survivors carry with them because
Yeah.
a lot of times reporting it does nothing. And then she just goes to college and lives with it, but descends into like psychological madness where she starts having like fantasies about like brutally murdering people, and she never actually does it, but it's just like a really cool exploration of like feminine rage and revenge, but like more realistic, where like a lot of I feel like R word and revenge stories. It's interesting. I read a really cool book that I keep thinking about that I really want you to read called House of Psychotic Women, and it's about like
Yeah.
women in horror. Um and the author made a very interesting case in favor of R and revenge movies, which I'm like,
Why are you saying it?
because I don't like to say it.
Okay. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just don't like saying it.
Okay.
And I don't know. It was a very compelling argument. I personally am very on the fence about that kind of story trope, because a lot of them are written by men. Uh, but I don't know. This was like an interesting vein of that because it wasn't necessarily that, but I feel like it was a more accurate exploration of like psychological torment after a traumatic event like that happens.
Yeah, I would read it. I mean, I'm definitely interested to see that perspective.
Yeah.
I would say I'm only like 7% open to it. Like maybe 10. Like it's gonna be hard for me
I
to
agree.
change my opinion on that, but
I agree.
it's important to have other perspectives.
Yes.
So I'll read it. And
Yeah.
obviously it's not my experience to say like it's right or wrong. I just
Right.
don't like it.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
chapter in the book. It's not like the whole book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like a like subsection within the novel of like how
Yeah.
feminine rage in horror is explored, and a lot of times it's retribution for sexual violence that was committed against them.
Mhm.
Um, the only movie that I've personally love where I've seen it be effective was Revenge, that French movie. It was directed by the woman who made The Substance. She's a French director. She's like Coralie Farge, I think. And anyway, while my opinion, I would say like after reading the argument, I was like, "Oh, I never thought of that." But I
Mhm.
still don't really like it.
Yeah.
Like, those are some good points, and I think it's just a matter of preference of, like, you know, we we don't
That's
really.
on critical thinking.
Yeah. Critical thinking is me stammering that I don't really know how to feel about a point.
Well, no, it's the fact that you like took it, but like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, thanks.
Nay for me, but I mean, I also like have been in writer circles where a lot of cis women have like talked about these stories and said that it like helped them work through their trauma. So if that's a really great way that those stories, which are fictional, can be, you know, provide aid for the
Yeah,
unfortunate non-fictional circumstances in which it happens.
yeah. It's definitely an interesting theory.
Right. Right.
I was gonna say thing to look into, but
Right.
just like fully as a theory, I think
Yes.
it's interesting. I
You're
like
right.
reading. I think the reason I like reading classics so much, especially in like times when bad times when things aren't good. Sorry, I'm
Right.
out of words today.
It's
Apparently,
fair. It's been a very tiring, year, I would say.
just yeah.
Yeah,
It's because I like knowing. I like the moments when they feel something or say something or talk about something that is exactly what I'm experiencing now. And it was like
totally.
200 years ago. Or, I mean, that's why I studied classics in school of like,
Mhm.
oh, 2000 years ago, they said the same thing. Cicero has a famous quote where he says, everything is horrible and everyone's writing books. Like,
A good point.
and we're still doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I I'm I would like to think I'm one of the front runners for that movement.
Yeah.
So I'm with them.
But that's why I like reading classic stuff. And so David Copperfield obviously was written by Charles Dickens
Right.
200 years ago.
For sure.
Yeah, 200 roughly years ago. And then this year, this woman writer, Barbara Kingsolver,
Mm-hmm.
comes out with a book, Demon Copperhead,
Right
which
on.
is the same story as David Copperfield, but in present day today, because the problem in David Copperfield was never resolved, is basically what she's saying. We are dealing with the same issue. Like Charles Dickens wrote about poverty in England and class inequality and how it's impossible to move above your allotted like lay in life, and no matter how good you are and how much you try, you will be pulled back down. That's like all he wrote about, and it's still happening today. So she writes the same story in today's world.
Wow.
And the boy's name is Demon Copperhead. Instead of David Copperfield.
Right.
So I want to read that, and that was New York Times said it was the best book of the year, which they're biased, so I have no idea if it is
So
or
true.
not.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were some on there where I was like on their like 100 list. I was like, I don't know if I'd say that, but okay.
Right.
But worth reading.
Right.
It's gotten a lot of attention,
Yeah.
possibly just for replicating Charles Dickens, but I think that's interesting. So really that's the reason I got on this tangent of reading David
Yeah.
Copperfield. But turns out it's taking forever because it's almost 900 pages.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's a lot.
But it's a fun, it's a fun story, and the cover's nice, and there's art throughout. Dickens like drew his own art and stuff to go with the stories.
Shit.
I also found out, this is kind of, you might think this is interesting. He wrote most of his books, he wrote in like and published in sections. So he had this like publication, and he would put out like 3 chapters at a time and publish them. And so like
Okay.
his book, and then he'd publish the whole thing at the end. And so his book was published like over a year and a half.
Oh my god. He was like the first member of Wattpad. That's so crazy.
Isn't that funny?
My
I was
God.
reading the introduction, and it was like, and he started first, it was with his own publishing company he did that was very small and had very little money, because
For
like
sure.
his dad went to like debtor's prison, and he started working in a factory when he was like 9
Oh my god.
in
This
like
is so telling
1800s
of
England.
Right. Right.
So bad times for him. So these
For
stories
sure.
like are kind of autobiographical. That's why they're so good.
Wow.
But he wrote them like over a year and a half, and the books, the table of content is like 3 chapter sections, like parts.
That's
Is
crazy.
like 3 chapters. And he would publish them and like go read those like pieces of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end they were like, okay, now you can make the whole thing.
Oh my god, it is like Wattpad. I
I was like, that's
remember
fun.
when that there was this one girl who was writing a fantasy series on Wattpad. She got a book deal out of it. It was like 15 years before TikTok. I bent over backwards trying to get that level of traction. It never happened. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one luck out of the million.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe that's the way to do it. Oh yeah. Help! I can't stop yawning. Sorry. It's getting dark at 4:30 now. Daylight savings occurred this past Sunday. It's really tripping me out. Like,
Yeah.
I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night and was like, don't fall asleep. Like, super don't fall asleep.
Yeah,
And
it feels weird.
it was 10 minutes before 9 that I was like, I can't keep my eyes open. I have to go to sleep.
So that's why you texted me at like 7 a.m. I was like, what the fuck is she doing up
Bright
right
eyed
now?
and bushy tailed, baby. Well, my partner does recreational soccer on Monday nights, and the uh the time of the game changes. So the range is they could have a game at like 7:30 Monday nights, or they could have a game at 10 on Monday nights. And my partner on Tuesdays has his first client is at 6 a.m. So those 10 o'clock games are pretty brutal. Those 9:30 games are also very brutal.
Yeah. It's not a very big difference in time.
No, no. And it's like half an hour away, and he is an idiot, and he offered to carpool for this like 23-year-old teammate who's like, I just need a ride like to and from. And he was like, I'll volunteer. I was like, why? You
Is he
have to make
near?
no. He lives like 30 minutes away from us. He was like, "Well, he needs a ride." I'm like, "You're gonna have to make small talk with this person." And he was like, "Oh, fuck." Like, that was almost the deal breaker. Um,
Was having to converse.
yes, yes. And, the, like, oh my god, what's it called? The team leader? The, like, captain
Captain? The
of their
team leader?
Sorry, the
Commander
woke
in the charge?
virus the woke virus has poisoned my mind. Captain's too gendered of a term. I don't know why I couldn't think of it.
There are
But
people
so
can't
the
captain.
captain, like, messaged them and, was like, "I have further bad news. In addition to the game being at 9:30, it is also going to be 40 degrees and torrential downpour." And he was, like, super excited to join you all on this shitty night. And
Don't go.
my partner message back was like, "This is the worst pep talk I think we've ever been given. We've no motivation to arrive and
Why
play
would
this
you get
game."
in the torrential downpour?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
play.
I was no,
You're gonna
they
get sick.
the show must go on. I know, 'cause
It's
I,
rec.
well, yeah,
You choose.
yes. You're gonna get croup. Do you want that?
You're gonna get the whooping cough.
That's what I meant. What's croup?
I don't know.
I think it's
You're
something
just saying
babies
letters.
get. You're saying a noise. You're doing a niche bird call. Can you calm down? But yeah. So, and that's probably why I went to sleep, because I had the window open. So it was like the rain and the wind.
Yeah.
It was chilly. It was
I mean,
wet.
that's nice. Yeah.
I was in my warm little bed while my partner like came back like back.
Your voice is gone.
God.
You I really hope it gets it in the recording, but you said, "My partner comes back and mac, mac, mac."
That's crazy. Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you
Oh,
now.
thank God.
That was
God,
so
okay.
funny.
Because from my perspective, I said Mad Eye Moody, and your eyes went wide and your mouth dropped like I said the N-word to you. So that was the shock that I felt. Like you had so much
I thought you started
conviction.
rapping.
You had so much conviction in your facial expression that your eyes alone gaslit me into being like, did I say a racial slur? Like without my own knowledge and consent? Like, how
It's
did
like
that happen?
when I give directions.
You giving direction is like the greatest thing ever. Especially because of your partner.
Yeah.
He really like honed in that comedic bit I've been living with for years. Like he honed it home because Arnone is a very confident person, and she has many reasons to be confident. She has a lot of wonderful attributes.
Oh,
But
thank you.
where she should feel and have the self-confidence of like an incel with no laptop is when she is navigating through the world, like physically. Because she will point to where things are and say where we should go with the standard Arnone confidence that batting average of being right is like 95% plus. And when we visited you for your birthday, we were walking around, our best friend Kylie and your partner Kyle, and you were pointing to where things are. I think we were trying to find a coffee shop that was like nearby.
I said it
And
was on the way to where we were
you
going.
said it was on the way, and I just looked at Kyle just to be like, "Oh," because he was the one driving us, and he literally is, like, shaking his head. He's like, "It's not on the way." But it was your birthday, so he wasn't gonna say it. He was just gonna drive there
I was
and
like,
have
yeah,
you
it's on the way. That's
eventually
so
realize.
easy.
Yeah. It's easy for you, passenger princess. You don't have to
Yeah.
do anything.
Yes. What
Yeah.
it was that it was right where we already were. So basically everything's on the way in my mind.
Right,
It's
right,
right there.
right, which was not what you thought at the time. You genuinely thought it was on the way.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Ugh, amazing. What is one thing, now that we've thoroughly made fun of you, allow me to, hold myself to the same vulnerable standard. What is something that I have a ton of confidence in that you're like, back down, don't? And if you say singing, I will knife you.
I wasn't even thinking that at all.
Okay.
Um,
Because I think in some rare and private moments, I have a beautiful voice.
I think you have a good voice. I don't know. I need to I need to think of it because I don't know.
Also, if you say like makeup, I'll also die.
No. At first I was thinking of like your matching patterns.
That's pretty fair.
And we would put like polka dots with like plaid and be
True.
like, this is high art.
Yeah. I saw
Like, no,
one
this is a kindergartner's outfit.
Yeah, I saw one model on Instagram do it and was like, she made this choice and it's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then always wore that after.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough.
Sometimes you did do good ones though, and I was like, no, that actually does work. I kind of like
Thank
that. I'd
you.
never wear it, but I do like it.
You sound like my mom. Which I didn't do what you do, but it wasn't as bad as I
well,
envisioned.
I would never be seen in public wearing that, but
sure.
you can.
Yeah.
But I'll
It's your
walk distantly, kind of near you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wearing a mask and it's 2018. No more questions.
I think you think you're more of a saver than you are.
Like of money?
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty fair.
that's probably it. Like,
Yeah.
because you'll like say you're smart with money, and you know the right things, and you've gotten a lot better.
I don't think I've
truthfully.
ever
Maybe
said I'm
just
smart with money.
well, more recently, you're getting better at it.
Yeah, I'm learning.
But in the past, you would always just be like, "Well, I'll just get it,"
Yes. Yes.
and then just move on with the day.
Yeah, definitely. I would say when we were in college, did not have like a conception at all of what like budgeting looked like
No.
or savings accounts.
Yeah,
Like it was
being aware of like a dollar
correct.
amount that the
Had
thing is.
no clue. I was just your local swipe daddy, happy to be of service.
Yeah, and if I
So-
would say that you like. Maybe you got better at it as we got older, but if I would say that you were spending too much, you'd be like, I need this. You'd be like, well, it's stuff I need. And what you needed was like 3 lavender oil diffusers in your 1-bedroom studio
Stand by
college
that.
dorm.
True, yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe your conception of want versus need.
Was so blurry.
Yeah.
Very,
that
very
would be what I would
blurry.
say is like you are way too confident in that, and you're like, well, I need it, and you like
Yes.
say it with like full conviction, and I'm like, it's not
Was
how needs
so
work. But
unhinged though. Like I was so psychologically lost and
yeah,
because I genuinely did think that I needed that.
I know, because
Yeah.
every once in a while I would try and like just try and talk you through it, and I'd be like, but that's not exactly how needs work. Like
Right.
need is more like I need body wash, and
Yeah.
I need to like go to class. Like I feel like we have our needs mixed up because you weren't going to class sometime.
Yeah. I know. Ugh.
And then you were like, no, this is what I have to do for myself. I was like, okay, we're spending money to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely was not helping the ignorant Gen Z allegations That was a tough one for me.
Yeah. You've
For
gotten better. That would probably be the biggest one. But
Yeah.
you've grown out of that. I haven't grown out of mine. I like still fully think I'm good with directions. Like I'm never gonna let
The
that go.
confusing part is like you'll acknowledge your wrongdoing in the direction giving, but then it's almost like we've entered a new space-time continuum only seconds later, and then you're back to like sending people the wrong way.
It's like every time is a new Nina.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Because every day's a new opportunity, and maybe this time I'll be good.
You're doing your vinyasa flow, being like, I know where I'm going, and I will send people in the right way.
And then somehow I'm like upside down doing the vinyasa flow because I don't
Literally.
even know directions on the ground.
Yeah. Definitely not on the ground.
But I every once in a while it happens at work too. I'm not the only one that does this. I found out that my director does this as well, whose name is also Nina. So maybe it's a Nina trait.
It has
Where,
to
like,
be.
I get off the elevator and I'm like, which direction am I supposed to go in? And I'll start going one.
Office?
Yeah, and I'll start going one way and I'm like, this isn't familiar. And I had to like start back over at the elevators.
God.
For me, it's when I use the elevator that I don't normally use because one always comes down. And there's another one that's like on the other side facing the other way, and I get off and I muscle memory like make the same motion.
Oh.
And I'm like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
Like fully in another division's office.
Yeah. Elevator perplexity, I feel like, is a different, more justifiable
Oh,
issue.
okay.
I have that when I cats it. This building has 3 elevators, which is confusing.
It's too many for a home building.
Yeah, but they have like 20 floors. So it's a little less nutty.
Yeah.
But I every time I'm there, I don't know why, but I get like imposter syndrome. I'm like, "Oh my god." Like meanwhile, the front desk like has my ID on file and has certified, or rather like cleared me and given me the spare key to the unit, but I'm still like, what if I'm walking around and I look like I'm trying to like break into this unit? And it like freaks me out every time. And then I'll get in the elevator with either like building custodians or like other tenants in the building, and it freaks me the fuck out, especially when I'm getting off first. And there was one time where I got off and I fully went the wrong way down the hall when their unit is at the opposite end, and I waited for the elevator to close before turning around because I was like, I don't want them to know that I went the wrong way, because then they're going to be like, how does she not know like where she lives? Like, is she trying to break in? And then I keep walking because I don't want them to come to that same conclusion if they hear my footsteps stop. This is main character syndrome though, I feel like, because I also think a lot of people just aren't paying attention to me, and that would be a welcome thought process for me.
So you think people are paying attention to you?
I know, but I wish I thought nobody was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I because I know that is the truth, and I wish I believed that. But a lot of times, and again, this is maybe where my ignorance skyrockets. I'm worried people look at me and they're like, she's committing a crime. She's a criminal. Get
You're
her.
never committing a crime.
I know, but I'm worried that people think that I am trying to, and that I have this like shifty way about me that's going to make them
No, I
want to
never
tackle
thought
me
that.
to the ground or light me on a spit.
Luckily, you're rich and white.
True, I know. There's a lot of factors that make it unnecessary for me to feel this way, and
Yeah.
I just like and I logically know that, but the mental illness is like, it's the witch trials. You only live like half an hour away from Salem, and they're coming for you.
But you're not a witch.
Count your but again, it's not about what I'm not. It's about what in my dumb little brain I think they perceive me as, which is a witch criminal casting illegal spells.
Well, they weren't witches in the Salem witch trial either, so.
I know, and that's the fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I'm one of the bad ones though?
A bad witch.
Yeah. I was a bad witch. Wait, that's how the song goes. The JoJo Siwa song. It's I was a bad girl.
I don't know this
I
song.
accidentally did the Halloween remix to that. You're not listening to the Karma song by JoJo Siwa?
No, I've actually done my best throughout my whole life to avoid JoJo Siwa.
That's smart. She's been popping up on a lot of YouTube documentaries that I watch, and God, I can't resist. I'm like, you
Didn't
know
she do
what?
that one song? She covered the one because she's like a trad wife now.
Oh, Betty Davis eyes. Yes. Yes. Did you hear it? There we go. There we go. You're with the times. You're
I
online.
did hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw a clip of it and I was like, that's enough.
No, I don't think anyone has watched the full video. I think only people have watched the clip.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
She was like, forget lesbian. I'm a trad wife.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the biggest turn you could possibly have. I suppose sexuality is a spectrum. Who am I to say?
I think she always just wanted attention.
I think I think yeah.
She's just following where the trend is going.
Right.
Like none of this ever was about what she felt.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't her fault. She was famous too young.
That's what I was gonna say, because then there is a part of me that does feel quite badly for her and does think that, like, her parents should be in prison because they forced her to be a well-known competitive dancer when she was, like, I think 8 was when she started on Dance Mom, something crazy. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, that's kind of gonna fuck you up for life and make you weird as an adult. So, how much of it
Yeah.
is really her fault?
I don't really blame her. I just don't really care to know anything about her.
That's fair. Again, it's sort of being forced into my brain.
Just don't click on the videos.
But I can't resist. It gets me every time. Because they're
I
like, don't you
saw-
want to know what JoJo Siwa's up to? And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, wait a second. I'm about to have lunch. Actually, yes, let me strap right in.
I saw something today that was talking about like how to not be on your phone too much, like how to be more intentional with your time in all these different ways. She started the advice by saying to do squats while you're brushing your teeth. So she lost me immediately there.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
But she also said like call your family while you go on a walk. I was like, well, that's nice.
That is nice.
And she said was to put your phone on grayscale
What is
because
that?
then you won't get like make your phone black and white. Basically, you won't get the dopamine hit.
Oh.
I never even thought of it. I didn't even know it was a thing you could do.
But I love my
So
little
the whole-
brain arrangement.
But it's the dopamine. It's that like
Yeah.
huge dopamine hit, and I was like,
Right.
no, that's actually not a bad idea. I'm
Yeah.
curious about it, and literally, I didn't want to do it because I'm like, well, what if I want to see the video?
Right.
That's bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. But look at my little wallpaper. How am I gonna, like, don't I need this dopamine hit? In what other circumstance am I gonna see cats holding hands dancing under a smiling moon?
That was the sun.
That's a moon. It's a moon.
I guess it is now.
Because
It
you
looks
know
yellow.
that,
It made me think
you
it's
know
the
that,
sun.
I know, it is a little confusing, but you know that very famous painting of, like, the naked women dancing in the circle under the moon? Inspired
That's what
by
it.
that. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Which I kind of want to get, like, framed. But,
The cats are like
the cats. But I unfortunately have already gotten an art piece. It was actually the one that I bought with you at Refined that you sent to my
Yeah.
house.
such a great.
It's a great store. It's a great place.
It was just there.
It was there. It's a beautiful painting from 1945. It's an 80-year-old painting that I found, and it's a
Yeah.
little girl. She's a brunette like me. She has blue eyes. That's where we differ. but I'm convinced she's me. And she's holding up to her chin a little white kitten, which
Yeah.
my gremlin mongrel of a matriarch was a little white kitten when she was just a tiny little thing. Um so I bought it because it was like $40. I was like an 80-year-old painting for $40 is insane. Sign me up instantly. Um and my partner genuinely hates it.
See, that makes me so happy because it makes me feel like you finally understand what it feels like for me with the sun.
I thought of you and your fucking creepy demon son like in the moment where I'm having this discussion with my partner about how much he hates this painting that I bought. I
He thinks
literally
it's
am like,
creepy.
oh my god, it's like Arnone and that fucking horrible son.
I
For
love
those who
this
don't
song.
know, Arnone went to Rome with her sister, and unfortunately for everyone involved except for the Romans because they were free of this monstrosity, she purchased, God knows where, a is it like ceramic or is it
Mhm.
just like a hell wool? Like what is it even made
It's
out of?
ceramic.
Yeah,
It's
and
ceramic.
it's the face of a sun, but the face
It's a
is
sun with a face.
it's a sun with a face. But it makes you feel anything but sunny when you look at it. Like it
I
is
love
the mask of your sleep paralysis demon. Like it's
I
mental
love
illness
it.
incarnate. It's a horrible, horrible sculpture.
Love
And
it. No one will let me hang it up.
and we forbade her from hanging it up in the apartment when we all lived together. And I was like, you know what? When you are out of this apartment, you can hang it up. And then she moved in with the love of her life, and he also sees the light. And no, it's not the sun. That's the darkest cloud on all. It's a shadow on all of our worlds. He will not let her hang it up
He
because he
hates
knows. He knows that's a demon treasure trove. It's horrible. But yes, I did like very consciously think of you and your son.
Yeah, when you sent me the text that he hates it, I was like, she finally feels it. Your voice is gone. I can't hear you.
Ugh, son of a biscuit.
Oh,
Can you hear me
you're
now?
back. Yeah,
Okay,
you're back.
fantastic. Um, because I love it so much and I have such an emotional attachment to it because again, I think it is me and my cat in a past life. And I did find a place to hang it up. I did ask. Well, at first I asked genuinely, where do you want me to hang it up? And he said behind the TV. And I said, that's rude. It's very rude. Can you give me like a real place? And he was like, nowhere where I look. I was like, unhelpful once again. My partner's like one of the nicest people I've ever met too. It was like very distressing to hear him speak this way about something that I love so dearly. It was crazy. Um and so then I suggested like, what about the office and here? And he was like, no, I go in here sometimes. No.
Sometimes. Occasionally.
Occasionally I waltz in here, and if I see it, I will be sad and I'll be scared and I will be angry. I'll be all of the things. So we eventually agreed upon the second bathroom, which is like our guest bathroom. It's like when people
You put,
stay.
you put
They
the
have,
demon in the guest bathroom.
I did. Well, it's not a demon, it's me. And unless
Right.
you're me who thinks like the public views me as a criminal and you feel that way about that painting, then yes, it's her. But the golden irony of this is the toilet in our master bathroom broke 2 days ago. So and the plumber came today. He came this morning and fixed it. But so for the whole day yesterday, we had to use the second bathroom. He was so mad. He'd close the door and he'd be like, and he literally would walk out the first time he walked out and he was like, I really do feel like the painting is responsible for our toilet.
Painting did it. Broke the bathroom.
It's cast its demon witch curse, and it literally forced me to look at it. In the one spot in the house I never go into. Yeah. Whereas then when I would pee, I was like, I'd look over to my left and I'd see it and I'd be like, oh, there it is.
There you are.
I've actually been using that bathroom more, even with our toilet fixed, because I'm like anything to just catch a glimpse, you know?
Here.
Just to be near her. Yeah. But yeah, that was some crazy like psychic karma that painting energetically presented itself with when it
'Cause
was
you
hung
hung-
in
When did
the-
you hang it up?
I hung it up 3 days ago and our toilet broke 2 days ago.
That's
The
crazy.
timing is certainly odd. It's strange.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh, that's
was
funny.
wild. But yeah, it was stupendous. The only thing with that is so when September 1st is the move-in day for a lot of tenants in the Boston area.
Mhm.
And we tragically discovered that bidets are not permitted in our building. They're not allowed. Sorry, I burped. I was so upset by stating that. As legislature in our building. And they basically made that a rule because of the amount of new tenants who moved in shittily installed bidets and caused building-wide leaks.
Why are there so many bidets?
Yeah, it's just I mean, and listen, I'm very pro bidet. You know, I think there's a lot of stigma around having a clean asshole, and I don't know why. Feel like it should be, you know, kind of the standard, actually.
Here's why you need a bidet.
We all need a bidet. I believe if everyone just got a blast up the ass, wars would be end. Like I'll die on that hill. That'll be my quote unquote hot take. Like I do think dirty buttholes are the lead cause of violence in our world, is what I think.
I like genuinely believe that could have been a Tucker Carlson quote.
Carlson is not washing his asshole. There's no way.
Some of the stuff he says. I
Ugh.
feel like he's talked about a blast up the ass before.
Well then, I'm finding myself aligning with him more and more then.
Just thinking about it and picturing him saying that.
Yeah, that's
I just think if everyone got a blast up the ass every once in a while.
I think that's fair. You know, if I'm to gain enough power where I lead this movement and he's alongside me, you know, like I still wouldn't love it. But you know, there's room for everyone.
True.
But anyway, my partner installed our bidet correctly when we first moved in. There's been no leaks, no nothing. But when the toilet broke, we had to get maintenance to come in, and we had to he did everything. I did absolutely nothing. I let the maintenance guy in. He like very quickly uninstalled it, put it in a garbage bag, and hid it in the closet. We're hiding a garbage bag in a closet like it's hard drugs. Like it's Jessica Day with the meth that's the aquarium rocks. Like just hiding it and waiting. But it turned out that it was not a leak. It was the flange.
I've heard of a flange.
Yeah, it was a flange, and it caused our toilet to basically like Wingardium Leviosa whenever you sat on it. Like it would move and rock. It was very scary.
Yeah.
I was like, this doesn't feel right to me when I sit down and the toilet moves like an inch.
Yeah, that would make me nervous. I would feel very scared about that.
Yeah. But we wanted to like just deal with
really
it
something
for
you want.
dear life. Yeah, we wanted to just deal with it because we were like, we want our bidet. We don't want to take off the bidet. And so my partner temporarily fixed the rocking by sticking Q-tips under our toilet as like a leverage to stop it from
Yeah.
rocking. And honestly, worked perfectly. Issue is the Q-tips would eventually snap and then it happened again. And then it got to the point where it was moving around too much. He was
There's a
like,
bunch of Q-tips down there.
yeah, we have to call maintenance. And who knows how many Q-tips the unit above us or below us has on their ceiling now. Probably quite a few.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Wild times.
Crazy times.
I know. Both toilets broke. One wasn't flushing, and then it got fixed. And then the other one was having its poltergeist moment. Um, and that got fixed today. But yeah, that my aunt moved away. Things are bleak right now. They won't be bleak forever, but
Just for now.
yeah. I learned I told you this already, but I have to share it because I thought it was absolutely adorable. So, I was feeling kind of down about the circumstances of things, and I was looking for places where I could donate food, like canned food. Um and I mean, because a lot of those websites like really are like very well intentioned, but a lot of times they're not updated, so they're a little difficult to navigate through.
Yeah,
Um
it's not the focus of what they do.
yeah, exactly. But so I was like I was looking into it and there was this database that was like, "Oh, like put in your zip," and it was like a government run website. It was legit. It was like a food bank in my area. And I was like, "Oh, I'll put in my zip code." And then it was going to like match you with like a um donation center or a food
Mhm.
bank. And so I
Mhm.
put in my zip code and like down it's like a 3-minute walk from my apartment. It's called the community fridge. I was like,
So
"What
cute.
in the Animal Crossing is this?" And it's literally a like huge fridge that's open 24/7, and it's like kind of like one of those like uh in the spirit of those like mini libraries where like you take a book, you give a book, but it's, not surveyed. It's sort of just like you can fill the fridge, you need food, you take what you need.
Yeah.
Um but I literally was like I almost like started tearing up. I was like, this is like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
That's sweet.
so in with everything kind of being sad and the way that it is, and like looking for small ways that I can kind of make things
Yeah, there's
more
things you can do.
positive. Um, it was really good to know that there was something nearby, and it was even a nicer surprise that it's adorable. Is it run by like a bipedal sheep in a dress? Like how much more pure and whimsical could this get? I'm very pleased by this.
Yeah, that's really cute. I
Yeah.
like that. That's a good thing. If everyone just did a little bit in their community, it could do a lot.
Yeah. In the word
You're gone now. I don't know, you just went away. Oh, I'm reading your lips.
how about now?
Yeah, you're back.
Sweet. Sweet. I
In the
was
words
gonna,
of who?
I was gonna say in the words of my current Lord and Savior, Billie Eilish. If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?
Why are you a billionaire?
Love you, shorties. Give your money away.
And that's office hours.